Welcome back to Living Local. Today we're talking aviation with Quad Cities Aero, a local flight school helping aspiring pilots take to the skies. From training opportunities to partnerships that support future commercial pilots, they're working to meet the growing demand in the industry. And joining us is Summer Kuehl, owner and chief flight instructor with Quad Cities Aero, which is also this segment's sponsor. Summer, so great to have you here. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So what inspired you to start a career in aviation, and how did that journey kind of lead to Quad City Aero?
Yeah, so it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to shorten it up for you. I wasn't one of those that had aviation in my family and had it from a really young age. So I joke that aviation was kind of my quarter life crisis. I was selling insurance here in the Quad Cities, and I was selling to business owners. And a couple of the business owners that I was selling insurance to, they had their own airplanes. So when I'd go there, that's all we would talk about because it was just so fascinating to me. And one of them took me up one day, and it was like a light bulb moment. Like, this is it. This is what I have to be doing. So I started learning as kind of a hobby, and very quickly it turned into something where I was like, I got to put my whole self into it.
Yeah.
So I quit my job. I sold my house. I used the equity I had in my house to move in with my parents and pay for flight training. So I actually did all my flight training up in Minnesota because there wasn't a place here in the Quad Cities that could kind of get me done on my timeline.
Yeah.
So I moved back down to the Quad Cities to be with my husband. Love brought me back, and we bought an airplane and started instructing, and now it's kind of steamrolled into Quad Cities Aero and what it is today. So we've got 3 airplanes, we've got 8 instructors, and
and it's grown a lot, you say, over the last couple, 25 years, I guess,
has.
right?
Yeah, there's a lot of demand here in the Quad Cities for flight instruction, whether it be people that just want to do it for fun and people that want to do it for career.
Yeah, yeah. And so for those who might not be familiar, kind of talk to us about the services and those opportunities that you provide.
Yeah. So we offer flight training. So like I said, whether or not you want to be a commercial airline pilot, you can just get your ratings just for fun. So we can do your private, instrument, and commercial ratings, as well as your certified flight instructor ratings. And then we also offer aircraft maintenance as well. So we've got a guy that works on our aircraft, does all of the regular maintenance on our aircraft, as well as we do customer aircraft.
Yeah. And I have to say, there's not a lot of women pilots out there either. So it's probably really nice to see a woman behind or inside the plane.
Getting a lot more women student pilots too, which is awesome to see.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And there's also been a talk about, overall just a nationwide pilot shortage.
Yeah.
How is that affecting aviation locally?
Oh man, locally, I mean, it's locally, nationally, the airlines need pilots. Aviation in general is in dire need of talent, whether it be air traffic control, aircraft maintenance. But yeah, there's a research firm, Oliver Wyman, that noted that there was going to be a pilot shortage of 29,000 by the year 2035 in North America, which is an insane number.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to be a commercial airline pilot, like, now is the time.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
Switch from insurance.
Yes, exactly. We want more quarter life crises.
Yes, for sure. So if someone is interested in becoming a commercial pilot, what does that training and certification look like?
Yeah. So it's basically a series of certifications, and then you have to build time.
Okay.
So you'll get your private pilot certificate, then you'll get your instrument certificate, then you get your commercial certificate, probably your multi-engine at some point. And then what most people do, because once you get your ratings, you're at like 250 to 300 hours, and you are not hireable by the airlines when you have that amount of hours. You need to get to about 1,500 hours before you're hireable. So what most people do is they get their instructor certificate, and that allows you to build time and get paid for it. So people will do that until they get to their 1,500 hours, and then they get a job for the airlines.
Okay. And are there any requirements then to, start this process?
Honestly, like, there are medical requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to get your medical, but for the most part, it's just the time requirements, and then you go take your tests, your exams. There's written exams and practical exams for each certification in each level.
And I'm sure it depends too. Each person, it varies, but how long does it typically take to get that?
Yeah, it really varies, like you said, but anywhere from, I mean, some people can get it done in 16 months if they're really focused, at least to get through the commercial rating and their CFI ratings, but most people take much longer than that, especially if they're not going through a structured program, which is why I'm really excited about this new program with Blackhawk that we're launching.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So talk to us about that partnership and how that's working.
So it's basically going to be a structured program. Students are going to enroll in Blackhawk, and they'll get their degree in whatever they want, and then the flight training piece of it is all going to be professional certification. It's a non-degreed flight training piece. So they're going to get their private instrument commercial certificates as well as their instructor certificates if they like, but it's structured to be a more condensed program to help them get done in as little as 16 months without compromising any integrity of the training piece of it. So we're really excited about that. It's a good opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. It does sound like that. So give us the details on this open house that you have that's coming up. When and where is that taking place?
It's at Quad Cities Aero, which is located at the Quad City International Airport, just minutes away from the Blackhawk campus. And it's October 15th from 5:30 to 7.
Okay, and what can people expect?
Pizza, and we're going to have a whole bunch of information on what the program entails, and then also a lot of information on the pilot shortage and the need for commercial pilots.
Yeah, so if anyone has questions, come to the open house and get a first-hand look.
Absolutely. We also have a little bit more information on the program on our website.
Gotcha. Well, Summer, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us
today.
Thanks
for having me.
And again, this segment was sponsored by Quad Cities Aero, and you can learn more when you visit quadcitiesaero.com. We'll also have all those details posted on our quadcities.com.